Friends, the last time I saw you, Small Business Saturday had happened, and I may have made some purchases. And I know I said in previous episodes that normally I tend to buy things for a specific project. Someone should have hidden my credit card. Let's get into it. Take 6. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Piece4PeaceCrafting Podcast. I'm Michael. You can find me on Instagram as Piece4PeaceCrafting or on Ravelry as Piece4PeaceCraft. To any returning viewers, welcome back. To anyone who's viewing this channel for the first time, hope you all enjoy. Stick around, hit subscribe, see what's going on in my crafty corner of the world. So, how's everyone doing? It's been 2 weeks, and if I'm being very honest, so much has happened in 2 weeks. Like, my normal day-to-day thing is I work for a nonprofit, and it's a lot of teaching kids on Google Classroom. So since everyone's about to go on winter break, it was finishing up those last few classes before it was time for us to not see them for 2 weeks. So that's been a bit wild. I helped some friends move yesterday, hence this coming out on a Sunday. Oh yeah, today's Sunday, December 20th. Hence why this is coming out on a Sunday. Yeah, things have just been a little bit like all over the place, but it's good. I have a little bit of crafting stuff to show you all today, and like I said, on the flip side, I might have a couple of things that finally came in. Chile from Small Business Saturday. And so I'll show those with you all in a little bit. Let's start with a couple of finished objects, shall we? So the first thing I actually don't have anymore, but somewhere in here, I'll figure out how to put a little picture in of the little stocking that I was making for my friend for her dog. Turned out really well. I think I may have put a photo of it in my Insta story. So if you didn't see it there, I'll for sure put something here. It ended up being really cute. She loved it. So yeah, I was really happy to finish that for her and get that off since the holidays are here. They're among us. If you celebrated Hanukkah, I hope you had a wonderful celebration. For those of you who observe Christmas, it's literally in days. Yeah, we're in it. We're in the thick of it, and it's happening. The other thing that I finished was this sweater that I'm wearing. Hey. So like I said last time, I was working on a test knit that I couldn't really talk about. And so this is it. This is the Wave of Change Pullover by Denise Byron. She's Byron Handmade on Instagram. I'll put a link to the pattern down below. It came out on Friday, so 2 days ago. And it was really cool to get to test knit for her. If you have been watching me since I started this little channel, then you know almost every episode I talk about a design of hers or something. I really love the stuff that she is putting out and she's coming up with. So when I had the opportunity to test knit this, I was like, absolutely, what do I need to do? Tell me everything. I'd made the jacket earlier in the year, so probably summertime-ish. Again, what is time? I actually would have to go back to my Instagram to see when I finished it, or I could check my Ravelry page and see when I finished it. But I love the jacket so much. And in the fall, I was really loving, I don't leave very much, but going to the grocery store or just going on a walk masked up around my neighborhood. I live close to the lake here in Chicago, so I just like walk along the path over there sometimes. Just to have that jacket on was really awesome. And so now it's super exciting that there is a pullover version of it. So I said last time that I have a little bit left actually. This is all I have left. So I originally had 7 balls of this yarn. This is Nitpicks sorry, I'm all over the place. This is Nitpicks Wonder Fluff, and it is 70% baby alpaca, 23% nylon, 7% mohair, 7% merino. Good gracious. So it's alpaca, nylon, merino blend, and it's a bulky weight, and it's super soft. It's crazy soft. It has an awesome little like halo to it. And I want to say that this is one of those yarns that's like the fibers are blown into the little nylon casing, but it's still really fluffy and really cozy. I was telling some friends of mine who also craft that while I was making it, so I started making sweaters this year, and I'm used to, they've been like worsted weight, DK weight. So like when I get to the sleeves, there's a bit of weight in my lap, like as I'm going around doing the sleeves or whatever. And with this, because the yarn is so light, it just felt like nothing. So it made it even easier to go around and do the sleeves. I did alter the pattern. We were only allowed to alter the pattern by length. So I think the original pattern is more of a cropped version. So I extended it so that it was a full sweater for me. So I think I did 15 stripes on the body. And then I have really long arms. So I did 17 stripes on the arm before I started the little cuff for it. The color of the yarn is Kale Heather. And I absolutely love it. Like, big shout out to Nitpicks for sending me the yarn for this project. That was really dope. And I couldn't be happier with it. So if you are in need of a fun sweater that you like to try, I'm still new to sweater making, and so I would say that this was easy enough for me. Yeah, you should totally give the pattern a try. It's really beautiful. Like all of Denise's patterns, there's a wonderful message behind it. The jacket came out at the beginning of the year, and so this is sort of bookending a wild year that we've been in. And yeah, just if you have a second, go check it out, favorite it, put it in your queue, buy it. You won't be disappointed. It's bulky weight, so like it knit up in no time. I think, well, also because I was testing it, and I was in a rush to get it done, I think I may have finished it in like a little under 2 weeks, 2 weeks-ish, which is like crazy to me. All the other sweaters I've made have taken me a month. Yeah, but this one I was on a deadline and just was so excited to be participating that I was just like, I have to get it done. I have to get it done. Good times. That's it. That's all I've really completed in the past 2 weeks. I mean, this took a lot, so it ate up a lot of my time. Right. Oh well. It's fine. Like, whatever. Again, I'm not making things for people for Christmas, except slightly am. So like I'm not in a hurry to like get other things that need to be done in the next couple of days finished. So it's all good. On to some things that I'm working on. So a few episodes ago, I showed you all, I wonder if I have it right here. I showed you all this yarn that my friend Chanel sent me to make her pair of socks. So this is the Nevada Sunset colorway by Leigh Francis. She, I'll link her shop below. And this is a This is a simple sock base, and it's 100% superwash merino. It's really beautiful. And so I finally, don't fall, I finally had time to cast on those socks and get them started. So here's the yarn, which is totally different, all caked up. It's really beautiful. And so I'm making her a pair of Coffee Talk socks. So I made myself a pair of Coffee Talk socks not too long ago. And I'm doing these 2 at a time, which is kind of awesome. It's my first time doing them 2 at a time. If you can see, don't whack yourself in the eye. There's the fun little stitch pattern in the front. The yarn, the way that it's knitting up, totally reminds me of, is it called harvest corn? You know, like the dried out corn you can have in the fall that people just put out as decorations. It's totally giving me that sort of vibe. And then the top portions, the cuffs and the heels, and then I'll also do the toe, which I'm gonna start later on this evening, are all just in some bare Nitpicks strolls, so just the undyed stroll yarn that I thought would look really nice. What am I doing? As the cuffs, this is cute, as the cuffs and the heels and the toes. Like I said, this is my first time doing socks 2 at a time, and shout out to my friend Zach on, we're like friends on Instagram, for commenting and saying, oh, if you want to try socks 2 at a time, you do them top down, try making the cuffs for both of them first and then slipping them onto the needle and then start the pattern from there. So I was like, thank you for the tip. Also, hey, Zach, if you're watching, thank you for the tip. And it made it so much easier. And I never done it before, so I was like, oh, this is kind of easy to just get it going. I will admit, when I got to, so I'm doing a heel flap and gusset on these. When I got to the heel, I did go switch to DPNs, but just for that part. So I left the instep of the foot on the needles and used DPNs to go back and forth, did the heel turn, and then picked up with DPNs. This sounds like a lot, but it really wasn't. Picked up everything with DPNs, and then I started doing the decrease for the gusset, and like the second decrease, I just started using that second needle in the magic loop or whatever again, and so then everything was just lined up, and it made it really easy. I'm using I'm knitting these on a size US 1. So what is that? 2.25. And I'm using a pair of Chowgu lace needles. I've never used these needles before. I wanted to try doing socks 2 at a time, and so I just purchased these needles because I hear a lot of other knitters talk about really enjoying them, and so I was like, okay, let me give these a try. Absolutely love them. And I have to admit, like, doing the socks 2 at a time is pretty awesome too. Like, in my head, I thought that it was going to be harder, but I think because, and I think I may have said this before too, because I do my sleeves 2 at a time, I'm sort of working backwards. So using a bigger weight of yarn to understand the mechanics of it, and now using the sock weight or the fingering weight yarn for the socks, just like it clicked. It's a breeze. It's a lot of fun. And I love that, like, again, when these are done, they're going to be done. Who doesn't want that in their life? So hopefully these will be in the mail, like, within the next couple days, in all honesty. So next episode, I'll make sure to put a picture in too. Or if you follow me on Instagram, you'll probably see it there first. But I'll put a picture in, if I remember, for the next episode, because these will be done and shipped off by then. So this has been really awesome. Loving this project. Really great. The other thing that I'm working on right now, I talked about as well in my last episode. Sorry, just getting it out of the bag. And of course, I can't find the little tags now. Wah, wah. Is this it? Yes. Okay, so I said that my cousin asked for a Snuggle is Real. She's gifting it to someone. I know. people are like, you're making something that someone else is going to give away. I am. I can't say no to my cousin. Like, no, I'm just going to do it. So, I started The Snuggle is Real for her. This is my third time doing this pattern. So much fun. Has a little provisional cast on. And I've done the ribbing and I've started the actual pattern of it. Now, this probably isn't going to get done by Christmas. It's not going to. But I have already been in communications with her, and I was like, this isn't going to happen. I need to get this sweater done. Sorry about it. She's fine with that. And I'm using, again, Nitpicks. This is their Copra base DK weight, and it's in the Eclipse Heather and is it Angelite Heather? Angelite? That's what we'll go with. It's 123 yards per 50 grams. And this is 85% merino wool and 15% cashmere. So it feels really nice. I've never used this yarn before, and I was like, okay, this is cute. Like, I kind of want to go back and make myself one using this yarn because it's so soft, and I really am enjoying how it's working up. Yeah, I have a little stopper on here. I think I talked about Jelby before. She has these little charms with the needle stoppers, which are really cool. And I didn't have I couldn't find, which it's somewhere, a smaller cord, so I'm using a little bit longer of a cord, but I'm using the Nitpicks short tips for these. I wonder if I have, it comes, yeah, nope, that's not it. They're a little interchangeable sets. I thought I had them right here in this bag. Y'all, this bag is packed to the brim. Yes. So these are just the shorties. I want to say they're 4 inches, but I could be wrong. So like they're very tiny, and it's making this really easy until I can find my smaller cord, and then I'll go back to the longer needles, which may not seem like it makes sense, but it makes sense in my head. And that's what I did before with doing this pattern. So this is really awesome. Hopefully this will get mailed off too, but I'm not making any promises. So you all might see the finished project in the next episode. We'll see. Hopefully I can get it done. I'm actually storing both of these. I was lazy and threw both of these in my big, beautiful sister bag. This sweater was living in that, and then I started these, and it was the only bag I'd had around me at the time. I was like, look, if it can hold a sweater, it can hold 2 other projects. So I put them both in there. Ah! Whoops. Making a lot of noise right now. Okay, so that's kind of it for what I've been working on, what I finished. Yeah, the sweater is a big project, so it ate up a lot of my time. But I have a lot of fun other things to show you all. I'm drinking from some tea from my mug that I won in the Moving Forward wrap knit along. It's a great mug. It's Jenny the Potter. You should go follow her on Instagram. I'll link her shop below too. So you all, I believe I recorded just after Thanksgiving last time, right? And so Small Business Saturday happened, and I was thinking like, oh, I'll just peruse, because I didn't really have anything planned. Like, I knew I wanted to do these socks. I knew I wanted to do the Snuggle is Real for my cousin, but I didn't have like a next project for me really planned out. And so I just went on and whatever. Let me see what people are doing. And I follow a bunch of people, like I'm sure all of us do. And then And then it was like 12:30, so after midnight, and I was just like, you know what? You should just go ahead and buy some stuff. So I may have gone a little bit crazy. Now, I know, not crazy, just things were on sale. So I got happy and I was excited and I was like, ooh, I don't really do Black Friday. Never have. Like, we weren't that family growing up. Um, then I was like, oh, Small Business Saturday. Like, I would totally love to like support some indie people. Like, let's do this. So I did. So I know that some people are like, oh, I hear a lot of podcasters say like, oh, like this is gonna be the like acquisitions portion. If you're not interested in that, like have a good time. Like thanks for watching up until this point. But I do have a question. Why is that? Like are people, well, I guess you could just not be interested in wanting to see what other people are buying because like who cares? But also, yeah, just like why is that? Because for me personally, not that anyone cares, but for me, I think it's cool to see like, oh, what colors are people picking? Or oh, could I use that color in something? Or I don't know. I find it inspiring, and so it's fun for me. But if that's not your jam, deuces, or fast forward to some recs. There's also some giveaway information coming up soon, so you can skip ahead to that if you're not into it. If you are into it, let's get into it. So the first place I ordered from, obviously, if you've been following the channel, you know how much I love Murky Depths. Debbie, she's great. Her yarn's beautiful. So the first thing I got from her was a couple skeins of her Triton DK. And that is 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. And I picked up these three skeins in the ozone colorway. I was like, oh, don't mess it up. And yarn is falling all over the place right now, you all. It is this stunning blue, and it's like well, obviously murky depth. So it's got some real depth to it. Like some of the areas are just a little bit darker than others, but I'm loving this. So this actually does have a purpose. I am thinking that I'm gonna cast on, what's the name of it? The Beauceron Sweater by Dells. And this is gonna be my top color because it's two colors. The top has some color work, the bottom is solid, obviously. And for a previous thing, I can't remember what sweater it was for. Oh, you know what? So I think I've worn it on here. The Bubble Sweater by Stephen West. So that main color, I was a little iffy about, and I think even in a past episode I said that I was iffy about it. And so when I ordered that yarn, I ordered another set because sale if you buy more. So I ordered another sweater quantity just in case. I was like, oh, this is awful. I'm not feeling it. I'll use it for something else. But then I ended up loving it. So I have another color that will go perfectly with this. So I think this is going to end up going into a Beauceron sweater, which hopefully if I get things done, I would love for that to be, I mean, I'm not going anywhere. So for the holidays. So this definitely can be my Christmas Eve, Christmas Day cast on, which I really hope happens because that sweater is really awesome and like I gotta have it. The other thing that I purchased from Debbie was this Maelstrom Blue Clay, and it's 89% fine alpaca, 11% polyamide, and this, so it's a lace weight. It's crazy. It's in the cyan colorway. It's super thin. It's like, can you see? Yes, get into it. So this is awesome. This has actually 874 yards to 100 grams. What the what? So it's a ton of yarn in here. And so this also has a purpose too. I really want to make the now the name of it is escaping me. The Light Festival sweater. It's by Stephen West. It's got like that huge cowl collar. Have you all seen this? Do you know what I'm talking about? I'll link it below just in case you haven't. Anyway, it's massive, and so I think it's a DK weight sweater, but you hold like a Siri or something with it. Anyway, I've seen this in Debbie's shop for a while, and I've always been like, I don't know about that. It looks a little questionable, if I'm being really honest. But like I want to try it. Like just because it's questionable doesn't mean that like I'm not into it. It's just like I'm curious about it and I want to know more about it. So I ordered up some. I think it's really beautiful. I've made something else in this colorway before, and it dyed up completely different on that base. It was really dark, and so I love the lightness of this. So it's a striped sweater, and I think it'll be really cool marled together with that. So that's my Murky Depths purchase. I'm super excited to cast on some things at some point with those. Now, next up, are you having a good time? Next up, I've heard from other podcasts, so maybe this is why people don't like hearing about what people are buying, about Trilogy Yarns before from the guys over at Needles at the Ready, Kevin and Ray. Hi, Nancy, if you're watching. So I was really excited to order some stuff from her because every time someone shows something, my brain. I think Ross, too, from Smells Like Yarn, has showed a bunch of her stuff before, too. Anyway, seeing some stuff of hers, and I was like, okay, I gotta try this out. Everyone's talking about it. Let's get into it. And on a recent episode of Needles at the Ready, Kevin made the Coffee Talk toque in this whiskey colorway. And I was like, I need exactly that in my life right now. So I went on, because she was having a sale as well. And this is her MCN DK. Yeah. In the whiskey colorway. So this one is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. It's 231 yards to 100 grams. This whiskey colorway, y'all, I'm here for it. It's so beautiful. And I bought the pattern before I even had the yarn. I was just like, I need that exact hat in my life now. So this is her whiskey colorway. It's really beautiful. Yeah, the yarn is hella nice. So I'm super excited to work that up and to use this. And so while I was in her shop, I was like, well, you can't just buy one thing. You have to get something else so that it's worth you going to the shop. I mean, I guess you could buy one thing, but like, who's really doing that? And so the second thing I got is in her plush base. And that is a MCN fingering weight, and so it's 80% nylon or 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, 140 yards to 100 grams, and this is in the Mirage colorway. Now, this, you all, I have no idea. Like, I can't even find the words. It's so beautiful, the greens and the blues and the browns, and it's like, I want to say there's gray in there, but like, I'm not the one with colors, although I love color. This I'm here for as well. Super soft, super squishy. I have no idea what this is gonna be. I was just like, love the color, put it in the cart, literally take all my money. Yeah, so I love this too. So the Mirage colorway, go check it out. Nancy's stuff is great. She has another color. Oh, what is it? Llamas in Drag. It's so epic. Like, I'm gonna have to get that at some point too, because it's really good. So Trilogy Yarns. I'll put her shop linked below as well. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So someone I love, someone I'd heard a lot about, and then the last person that I purchased stuff from was honestly just someone that I follow on Instagram, and I've been following him for a while, and I believe his name is Joshua. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Um, and have been really into the stuff that he's dyeing, and so again, sale, take all my money. I wanted to try out some of his yarn too. So his company is Blu Finer Company. And he's out of Portland. And this first thing that I got, oh, now I need to find it on the tag, is it's a DK weight, sorry. And it's 80% superwash merino and 20% Mongolian cashmere. And it's 273 yards, and this is a 100-gram skein. And this colorway is called, oh no, you guys, I'm a disaster. It's not written on here. That's really funny. Okay, well, womp womp. This colorway is gorgeous, no matter what it's called. If I find it in his shop, I will link to the actual skein of yarn down below. But I was loving this. This, like the Mirage colorway from Trilogy, I was just like, I want to see it in real life because it looks beautiful. It's giving me some like honey color, some speckles in there a little bit. I don't know if you can see those. A little bit of speckling hidden on the inside. It's giving me grays. This doesn't have a home. Well, it does now in my stash. But like, I don't have a project in mind for it. I just saw the color on Instagram and I was like, I need to have that. The second thing that I bought, because again, you can't just get one thing, is I got 2 skeins of this fingering weight, and it's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and it's 437 yards. And I believe this color is called Deep. And it's this like dark tealy blue. It's just beautiful. Like, I saw a photo of it online, and I was like, that's gorgeous. And he has another color in his shop called Ore. And I'm a little bit sad that I didn't get that too. But I mean, like, I can go back and get it if I want it, which I do. So I'm probably going to go back and order that too. Because once I got this and I saw the color in real life. So like, that's the thing, right? Like, buying yarn online can be a little bit of a gamble because you're like, it looks one way in the photo. When you get it, it could be something completely different. And so when I got this, I was like, shoot, I should have also gotten this other thing because now I have ideas for like what I would want to make with it. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go back and I'm going to order that because I think this has to be a shawl of some sort. I'm not sure which yet, but I know that this would make an amazing contrasting color. It's so dark, and if I had something that could contrast against it, it doesn't really show up with holding in front of this sweater, really. If I had something that was a little lighter and maybe speckled, it could be really dope. So this will definitely be something that I end up using in the new year. So again, that's Blu Finer Co. I want to say his name's Joshua. I think it is. Don't at me if it's not. But go check out his stuff. His stuff's really beautiful. He's doing some super cool things. And yeah, nice to support like another male in the industry doing some dope stuff. So those are all my purchases. I went a little bit wild, but it's nice to support people, you know? And like, yes, it was the middle of the night. Yes, I was probably a little bit delusional, but clicking add to cart made me feel really happy at 12:30 when I was just shopping around because I had nothing else to do. I should have been in bed. Was I? No. I was online buying fabulous things. Okay, so last thing. Big thank you to everyone who got back to me. So in the last episode, I was talking about where people thought like a giveaway would be the best for people to do, whether it be here on YouTube, whether it be in a Ravelry group. I reached out to a couple of friends who have Ravelry groups to get their input on it as well, or just do it on Instagram, if I didn't say that already. And so for right now, the big consensus was if you do it on Instagram, it's really easy. You can reach out to people. People normally get back to you. YouTube, sometimes people don't get back. And I just don't have the time right now to figure out Ravelry or figure out making a group for Ravelry. But I do think that that's something that I'm interested in the new year. Isn't that crazy, you guys? It's like days away. It's so wild. 2021. Anyway, sorry. I could go down a whole rabbit hole thinking about how this year has happened and now it's about to be another year. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Anyway, so here's the deal, you all. Sorry, I am like Tangent City. I want to do a giveaway for, let me reach in front of me. I talked about these last time. It's the Two Sheeps LLC calendars. Can you see? It's better if I hold it here. For these calendars, I have 2 of them. Ba-bam. Really dope calendar. Every month has a different dyer. Let's see if I can find ones that I didn't show last time. Not that I remember what they were. They have a different, oh, this is fun. A different dyer every month. Come through those colors. And there's a little bit about the artist, the dyer, I mean. I guess they are artists. They are. About the dyers. Oh, gorgeous. The light. Stunning. On each page. And every month, Two Sheeps via their website will be selling, starting on the first of the month, a limited quantity of the yarn that's for that month. So dope. So what I want to do is, they were so nice and sent me over a couple copies. So I want to gift them to you all. So the new year is literally around the corner. Cray cray. So here's what's going to happen. I'm telling you all first. Hope you watch this video as soon as it uploads. If not, if you're watching it in the future and you've missed out, sorry about it, but go check them out and get a calendar because they're awesome. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to post the giveaway post on my Instagram, Piece4PeaceCrafting, tomorrow, Monday the 21st. I'll give details about blah, 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 all that stuff in the post. Then I'll leave it open till Christmas Eve. That's fun. Like midnight Christmas Eve, whatever. Midnight, Christmas Eve, whatever. Not that you can close comments on Instagram, but you get what I mean. And then on Christmas Day, as a little present, I will pick 2 winners and I'll reach out to them. I'll put it in the post or whatever. I'll edit the post. And I'll reach out to you. And then hopefully by the 20, depending on if the post offices around me are open or not, they should be on the 26th. If not, on the 27th, I'll make sure to get those in the mail and off to you, and hopefully you get them before the first of the month. No promises, but that's my game plan for right now. So the post will go up tomorrow, December 21st. People can read the details in the post. I'll try to send them out by the end of the week. I'll pick a winner on Christmas Day. That's so fun. Yes, you should probably be like enjoying time with your family, whoever lives in your house. Hopefully everyone's not doing gatherings. So yeah, you can like, if you have a second on Christmas Day, like log in, see what's going on. Maybe you've won. And then for those who don't have Instagram, but maybe you use Ravelry, I'm really hoping to do another giveaway, excuse me, in the near future. And hopefully the start of the new year, I will have better information about how the Ravelry stuff works, if that's something that I really want to like put energy into, if that makes sense. Not that it's a bad thing. It just seems like it's a lot, but maybe it's not, and I'm just being wild. So, Two Sheep's calendar giveaway happening over on my Instagram. If you're not following me, go follow me over there. Yeah, let's get you all a fun calendar for 2021. Look at some really beautiful, inspiring yarn that's in there. I'll link them below too. So like if you don't win, I think I said this already too. My brain right now, you guys. Yeah, if you're not a winner, you should still go and get a calendar. I actually think they're having a sale right now. They're 21% off if you just go to their website. I'll link them below for the 19th time. I think I've said that as well. So lastly, you all, as always, I do a little music recommendation at the end. Thank you so much to the people who are leaving comments below, recommending music back to me. It's so much fun. I love discovering new music. I love listening to all different types of music. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And actually, I was thinking, do people have Spotify? Like if you do, if I made like a community playlist like for this podcast, would people be interested in like adding to it? So like, yeah, I would put a couple songs from whatever album I'm recommending on the playlist. I think I've been doing like, some highlighted songs or whatever. Put those in there. And then if anybody else wanted to follow along, you could add other music too. I think that would be really neat. So let's think about that. Comment below if that sounds like something you'd be into. Yeah, I'm going to think about that because that would be a lot of fun. I know I follow a lot of people who have really good music tastes. Aquila, I'm talking to you. And so I think it'd be cool just to share more music, excuse me, in that way. So since it's the holidays, everyone's listening to holiday music right now. I figured I'd share two fun albums. One of them a little bit newer, so I know like we're all. If you listen to Christmas music, awesome. If you don't, like that's cool. So the first thing I'm gonna recommend is the Sia Christmas Album. It's not your traditional sort of Jingle Bells, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's all songs that she's written, but I think it's really fun. If you have kids, there's some fun like songs you can dance to. There's some more adult songs where she may be talking about having a drink at Christmas time. Not in a bad way, but like, let's be honest, folks are out here drinking eggnog still. So this is a great album. Highlights for me are Snowman. So good. And, what's my other jam? I think Puppies Are Forever is really funny. And it's one of those songs that easily gets stuck in your head. But the whole album is really great. If you like want a little switch from like the normal music that you're hearing all the time, I would say check that out. It's really good. And then the second thing I'm going to recommend, this episode you're getting a twofer, is my favorite Christmas album, period, hands down. And it's the Vince Guaraldi trio, Charlie Brown Christmas. Now I know we hear, it's really blowing out. There we go. Hey friends. I know this comes on the radio sometimes. Maybe it even comes on a playlist that you listen to. But seriously, every year I will listen to this almost every other day, just from start to finish, because the music is just so good. Super jazzy. The little kids singing make me giggle every time. Yeah, it's just such a fun album, and it makes me think of like watching a Charlie Brown Christmas when I was a kid, like with my family, or even as an adult by myself. And yeah, it just is like such good times. For me, what's skating, so good. And yeah, skating's my favorite. But the whole album is amazing. So those are my two. Charlie Brown Christmas, Sia's Christmas Album is what I'm recommending to you this episode. So you all, just to close out, I want to say, so this is my 6th episode. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed, has been watching either from the beginning or you've heard about me through someone else, YouTube recommendation, a friend, someone who shouted me out on their podcast. So thanks so much for coming over and just like seeing what's going on in my little corner of the YouTube fiber world. Yeah, this year's been wild. And so I think it'd be important for all of us to just think about, within that wildness, what we want to bring into 2021. Yeah, what energy are you bringing into 2021? Like, yes, we have to still socially distance. Yes, we still have to wear a mask, all that stuff. But like, I feel like there's a lot of learning that happens this year, and that's good, I think. And so, yeah, what are those positive vibes that you're bringing with you into 2021? And 2020, leave it there. We're just leaving the whole year in the dumpster fire pile for most things. Other things, there have probably been some highlights for you, as there have been for me. Like, there have been some really great highlights. I'll talk about them more in another episode. I guess it won't be 2020 anymore. Anyway, yes, what kind of energy are you bringing with you into 2021? So this will be my last episode for the year. So if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, have a great Kwanzaa. Everyone have a wonderful New Year's Eve. Hopefully everybody's celebrating either in your pod or alone or with your loved ones who you live with. Let's try to be safe. Call your family. Call your chosen family. Just do that because it's good. And until the next episode, you all, which will be in 2021, so wild. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your holiday season, and don't forget, make a piece, spread some peace. Peace.